Hey there, welcome back to Random Games. You know, it's about to be the 12th, yeah. Yeah, it's about to be the 12th year, like 12th anniversary of this series. Anyway, I'm playing Dungeons too. Because, fuck it, why not?
Suddenly, one of the repellent evil's servants became very thirsty. This was typical of a troop member of the unanonymous alcoholics known as the Horde. The Dipso made his way to the nearest brewery to quench his thirst. A thirsty orc arrived at the brewery. Eager and slavering, he started demolishing the alcohol-hoarding evil's stock of beer.
So, I just bought this game on Steam because of the Steam sale. And even though I have it on GOG, but I wanted the DLC. Because I could have just gotten the DLC on GOG, but oh well. How do I dismiss a creature?
creature disappeared into the pit of uselessness with a long drawn and gradually diminishing "ah." This particular act of wickedness brought a smile to the face of the ultimate evil. One louse-infested orc crawled up from the depths and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of a powerful army had been taken. The profound evil had had enough of dungeon sightseeing and now wanted to move to the surface to try a dish that is best served cold. Revenge. Some Alliance members were bound to be guarding the entrance to the overworld, a fine appetizer for a vengeful evil. A few creatures of the ultimate evil had lit a fire in the dungeon and begun to barbecue. The smell of freshly roasted meat wafted through the underground.
Need to keep the beer brewing. Dig south. This is a decent game. I've always been curious about the Dungeons games. I don't remember how I got this on GOG. Probably Prime Gaming, like
The
Twitch
nameless
gaming thing
evil's
or
creatures
something.
came upon a spider's nest during their search for an entrance to the overworld. It would take more than one orc to smoke that out. The abysmal evil used the Hand of Terror to grab several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting and threw them onto the spider's nest. The spiders dropped like flies. The strategically well-versed evil patted itself on the back, proud that it had led its troops into battle with such aplomb. And by led, I just simply mean chucking them at the enemy. The basics of a dungeon were now in place. However, the brewery was puny and didn't really have room to store beer barrels in, and the treasury was also anything but impressive in size. Quickly, the expansion-hungry evil set out to enlarge its dungeon.
The evil has awoken, but its brothers are still asleep.
Huh? What on earth was that? That's not in my script. What a weirdo. No matter. We'd better get back to concentrating on the dungeon.
I'm gonna make a second brewery. And, you know, I find it interesting that the DLC of this game is pretty much a ripoff of Game of Thrones. Kinda, I guess. I don't know. I'm not calling the game out or anything like that. There we go. Mobile.
The dungeon of the ultimate evil was full of gelatinous cubes. Invisible gelatinous cubes. A huge monstrosity loomed out of the darkness on 8 legs. This dungeon's human guards had been ancient history for a long while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood. Would Sam and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the Ring-Bearer? Hang on a minute, that's not the right text. Where were we? Oh yes, a huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen. It would be necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen before the Horde could reach the surface. The Spider Queen sent forth a wave of her children. Of course, the ultimate evil was fully aware of this danger and immediately prepared to defend itself against them. At least, that's what I hope. The little snots came across a small room containing a healing potion whilst pointlessly digging around in the underground. The ultimate evil could throw one of its wounded creatures on the potion to heal it. Payday!
I think what I'm trying to do is...
And another wave of spiders set out to destroy the ultimate evil.
just trying to build the dungeon. Because what I'm trying to do is make another treasury.
The Spider Queen again sent her children out to attack the dungeon, even though this tactic had failed the last time. A certain AI programmer could really have made a bit more of an effort with this.
don't think I'm ready to take on the Spider Queen. I think I need more orcs. You're drinking all the beer, dude. Stop it.
And another wave of spiders set out to destroy the ultimate evil. Apologies, but a narrator has got to earn a living too. So we interrupt this game for a short commercial message. Buy games from Calypso. Lots of games. Thank you. End of commercial.
Okay, there we go. There are more treasuries.
The Spider Queen again sent her children out to attack the dungeon. Even though this tactic had failed the last time, a certain AI programmer could really have made a bit more of an effort with this. And another wave of spiders set out to destroy the ultimate evil. It's payday. The vile perversion, once called the Spider Queen, had nothing more with which she could fight the Horde. Later, the sensitive evil would have her innards made into a lava lamp. The way to the surface was open. Now it was time to put those vengeance plans into practice. The vile evil wanted to take this opportunity to utter a really sinister laugh, but unfortunately, its physical state made this unviable. Instead, it asked the narrator to do a bit of sinister laughter on its behalf. Oh well, here goes. Deep breath.
Okay.
Once the ultimate evil had escaped from the depths, still fettered to the throne, it traveled to wreak terrible vengeance on those who had done this, heavily supported by its little snots. The first target was Paladin Robert, now King of the Alliance. He had withdrawn...
Yeah, this is an interesting game. I need to play the third one because I have that on Epic. Just don't have the DLC for it. I could easily get it on the Steam sale, but I'm probably not gonna do that yet. Probably wait to the spring sale.
According to scouts, King Robert spent most of his time strolling around his hunting lodge garden reciting poetry. Soon his poetry would turn into mournful ballads. The vengeful evil thirsted to defeat the Alliance's king and mount his head on the wall as a trophy. Whoops, of course, I really mean that he wanted to take all of King Robert's cookies away. Better play it safe, or the age classification folks will be after me. Before that, however, the ultimate evil had to do a bit of work on the dungeon. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to fund even a small army made up of a few orcs.
New dungeon, huh? Alright. Save that. Yeah, I have the DLC here. Like I said, it's kind of Game of Thrones-ish. I mean, the Game of Winter, Chance of Dragons, Song of Sand and Fire. I mean, definite, yeah. And this one, A Clash of Pumpkins. But anyway, that'll be it. I'll see you all in the next episode.